Welcome to Michael Potts F1, everything Formula 1, but from a photographer's point of view. Are you wondering which Formula 1 event to visit this year? In this video, I'm going to give you a full A to Z guide on the Bahrain Grand Prix, the first race of the 2024 season. In this video, I'll be looking at everything you need to know before you attend. We'll go over the history of the event, look at where to stay, what tickets to get, and how to get to and from the track. And along the way, I'll show you some of my favourite photographs from past races. Lewis Hamilton has 5 wins here, the most by any driver. Ferrari have won 7 of the 19 races and are the most successful constructor. However, Mercedes power cars have had 8 victories at the track. A lap is 5.412 kilometers long, and the race distance is 308 kilometers, which takes 57 laps. The lap record is 1 minute 31.447, set by McLaren driver Pedro de la Rosa in 2005. Last year, the fastest lap during the race was 1 minute 33.996 by Zhou Guanyu, driving an Alfa Romeo Ferrari, but he only finished 16th in the race. Generally, this is a 2-stop race. This is due to the high temperatures and a particularly grippy surface. It's made from an aggregate acquired from a quarry in Shropshire. This is the first race of the 2024 season. It's also the 20th anniversary of Formula 1 in Bahrain, the first race taking place in 2004. This was the first venue for Formula 1 in the Middle East. The track was designed by Herman Tilke and it cost around $150 million to build. Despite the venue not being 100% ready for its inaugural event, when the V10s screamed through the desert, all doubts that this would become a modern-day classic track instantly disappeared. The 2004 event was an action-packed race, despite Schumacher leading from start to finish. The race would define Bahrain as a venue that produced very exciting racing. One of the most memorable races was the 2014 duel in the desert between teammates Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton. The Mercedes drivers were miles ahead of the competition at the start of the hybrid season. And in the final segment of the race, Hamilton was leading, but Rosberg was hunting him down on much faster tyres. For lap after lap, Hamilton managed to defend a concerted attack from his teammate to record a famous victory. In 2022, it was the first race of the ground effect cars, and we had a classic battle between Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen, where Charles cunningly used the DRS positioning to stay ahead of a very fast Red Bull, letting Max overtake him on the straights, only to get the lead back in the next DRS point. Verstappen's engine gave away before the end of the race, but this was one of the best battles of the season. In 2006, Bahrain again kicked the season off, and there was a titanic battle between Fernando Alonso and Michael Schumacher, the Spaniard coming from 4th place on the grid to cleverly maximise the pit stops, to come through in the lead and defend ferociously for many laps against the Ferrari driver to take an important victory. The Sakhir track is one of the few F1 circuits that has multiple F1 certified configurations. There's the Grand Prix circuit, which is the layout that they'll be racing on in 2024. This is the layout we're most familiar with. In 2010, the race was run on the extended endurance loop, a race won by Fernando Alonso, his first for Ferrari. Then there's the outer loop, which was used when the venue hosted 2 races in 2020, the COVID-hit season. Perez won a very exciting race from the back after a late spin. 2014 was the 10-year anniversary of the track, and it saw its first night race. This made a visually spectacular experience, and one that was a lot more enjoyable for the fans, who could watch the races in cooler conditions. I'm very excited to see what the venue does to celebrate 20 years of Formula 1. Regardless of the configuration, this track always delivers exciting races. And being the first race of the season, it's the first chance we get to see the new class of Formula 1 cars driven in anger. The qualifying session on Friday night will be the moment that all speculation, anticipation and sandbagging allegations are put to bed. That alone should be as much motivation as you need to visit the Bahrain Grand Prix. There's a lot to see in the island kingdom. You can visit Bahrain Fort, where there's been human occupation for approximately 5,000 years. You can also try your hand at pearl diving, or explore the souks and discover wonderful local cuisine. There's gorgeous beaches, luxury spas, desert safaris, so many different ways to enjoy the winter sun. In 2024, the race will take place on Saturday, as both opening races have adjusted their usual Saturday start times due to the start of the holy month of Ramadan starting on the 10th of March. One good incentive to visit this race is that there are relatively few fans. Around 90,000 people attended last year's event. This means that it's easier to get around and enjoy all that the venue has to offer. Another good reason is that it's comparatively good value for money. At this venue, there are no general admission tickets. That means that every ticket is at least a grandstand ticket. 3-day packages start at €165 per person for a seat in the victory stand, and that's located near the final corner. This is less than a general admission ticket costs at many tracks. The University Grandstand 1 for $179 is, however, a better value budget option. It's a great place to view the cars coming up through turns 1, 2 and 3. There's always a lot of action here. The Turn 1 grandstand is a great place to watch, as you'll see a lot of overtakes. This will cost you €307 for a 3-day package. The main start-finish grandstand with a podium view will set you back €459. This is incredibly good value when you compare similar seats in other venues. Often, you'll be paying even more money for a basic grandstand. The Beyond grandstand is another good option. This gives you great views of a large chunk of the track. Here you can see cars going through turns 6 all the way through 10, where you can see the cars sparking down the sequence of complex corners 9 and 10. This is the sequence that the drivers consider to be the most complex part of the circuit. It's such a good sequence of corners that it was copied by the Circuit of the Americas. But I digress. Packages for this stand start at €335 for a weekend pass. But I do have a top tip. If you're traveling to Bahrain from abroad, have a look at the Bahrain Grand Prix website, as they have a lot of packages that include flights with event sponsor Gulf Air, hotels and tickets, starting for as little as €800. This is remarkably good value. 3-day hospitality packages start from around €2,700. These include great viewing locations such as the start-finish straight, 5-star catering, beverages including beer and wine, and a parking pass. If you would like a Paddock Club 3-day pass, that will start at around about €7,700. Located above the main grandstand, offering the finest dining experiences, premium drinks, appearances by Formula 1 drivers and F1 legends, and a pit lane tour, this is a great way to have a very immersive experience. If you fancy going all in, they do have a $9,300 per person legend package, which includes all of the above, plus a full-day paddock pass, access to the podium celebrations at the end of the race, and that gets you right in the thick of the action. There are a variety of accommodation options available. The best value I could find on Booking.com for the race weekend was Oyo Riviera Hotel. This has a room for under €100 for 4 nights for 2 people. And it doesn't look that terrible. There is not another race weekend you could find anything anywhere near the track for that sort of a price. On the high end, there's the Raffles Irene Palace, which has a stunning 3-bedroom villa for around about $15,000 for 2 people. The villa has a private heated pool, a private jacuzzi, and it's located inside a nature reserve. It's the perfect place to unwind after a long day at the track. If you're looking for luxury that won't break the bank, check out the Merchant House, which is a beautifully designed luxury boutique hotel that blends tradition with state-of-the-art comfort seamlessly. When you are booking, hunt around, as several of the hotels will be offering transport to and from the track. This could save you a lot of money in taxi or car rental fees. The organisers are also arranging free buses for ticket holders, so it might be a good idea to select a hotel that is on the bus route. Hiring a car is also not a bad option. The traffic to and from the track isn't too bad, and there are a lot of parking options available, but do buy your parking space ticket in advance. There is a massive concert venue located alongside the track. In previous years, I've seen concerts by Eric Clapton and others. Currently, Trevor Noah is scheduled to perform at the venue on Thursday evening, but do watch out for other concerts being announced. The event organisers put on a lot of activities at the venue, so do make sure you get there early and experience everything you can. Thank you for joining me for this quite rainy video. That's hopefully everything you need to know about the Bahrain Grand Prix. Top tip, take lots of sunscreen even though it is a night race, and for this one you don't need to bring the rain gear, although I just might. Look forward to seeing you at the race. Until then, goodbye.